There's nothing simple to work on these RBs and Skylines. I'm sorry, I don't want to know anything about them. I don't care. They're pretty. Keep them. I will stay Toyota and 2J forever. What is going on, Super Channel? Welcome back to part 9 of the GTR build series. Guys, we finally got all the powder coating stuff back. We got powder. As far as the intercooler pipes, this is the dark purple I was talking about that we agreed on. They had to be redone because the first time we did it, it came out really dark, almost like a black color, and we were looking more for like a purple look. This is the intake here, which is the biggest pain in the you-know-what to put on. This time around, guys, this is the way it sits like this here. Here's the bottom part. We're probably only going to be doing these 3 right here, which is where the AIC valve goes, and those are still reachable. For fuel lines, this is a bracket where the factory fuel line goes. I believe this is a factory wiring harness, and back here is just like a hose that it's a pain in the butt to get to. We're not going to leave it, I'm just going to leave it down. So it should be easier this time around. It's just be more of a slap on and that's it. I went ahead and installed the blow valves back on. We had this part powder coated. Just wanted to see how it looks, so I couldn't wait for that and get it on film. But that's already on there. Let's see, yeah, pretty much this video I'm gonna probably just fly through everything. I'm not gonna go very detailed, but this is pretty much putting everything back on accessory wise and whatnot. All right, so let's go ahead and just start putting all these pipes back together and seeing how we could modify everything back on, because it's obviously, now with the turbos and a couple lines, we're gonna be probably rewriting a couple things, and it's not gonna be exactly the way it was, but I'm gonna try to make it a lot nicer than when it was, that's for sure. We're here putting on the intake manifold on the RB. Probably the most annoying thing in the car to do. Luckily, I'm almost done. I have about 2 bolts to do. The last one in the back is the pain in the behind to get to. Still got to do the fuel system on this car. I don't know how we're going to do here with the space, but I guess we'll make it work when the time comes. But yeah, intake manifold is almost completely bolted down. Mind you, we have to be extra careful now because it's all powder coated, so I'm trying to be as careful as possible so nobody gets scratched. But yeah, I haven't recorded much, but it's just been a lot of just being here, not recording anything, so it's pretty useless just to be recording here, putting this thing on. It's just very limited access. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Last night, or actually 2 days ago, because it was during the Hurricane Milton that we had a day off, so we kind of worked on the car. But Saturday, guys, check it out. Intake is already on. We got one of the pipes on. We wanted to see how it looked with the new black couplers and these Grady clamps. So they're actually pretty nice, man. Give it a nice little touch. But yeah, this is what the purple is gonna look like. We got brand new windshield wiper tank, and then this is, I think, the radiator overflow. We're gonna go ahead and change these out. What else are we doing here? We're gonna do the heat shields. They finally came back from Cerakoting. Remember, we had to cut them. I spray painted them. They didn't come out that great, so we had them Cerakoted again. What are we doing? So we're gonna be able to do that side and wrap up this side. Here's the throttle cable linkage for the ITBs. This was very delicate, guys. This is, if you see, there's a lot of little parts in here. My buddy even did the little touch of doing the green spring. He saw it on somebody's build and he liked it and he wanted to do it. But yeah, this is look how many little parts are in here. So this goes right here, and this is what controls all the ITBs. One, and then you have the other 2 here. You have your TPS here, and then your throttle cable is right back here, and this goes connected there. So that's just one of those little things, that just we're going the extra mile just so it can look perfect. Let's see what else. Yeah, guys, this is the part of the build that's kind of fun, because you're just putting everything back together. It's just as far as like a puzzle, but you kind of get into it, so everything falls into place a lot easier and faster. Of course, with that being said, let me take that back. I have a little mishap over here. I'm gonna have to take off this valve cover. One of these studs broke inside the exhaust manifold, and one of these is what holds the exhaust heat shield. So I'm gonna have to take off this valve cover and see if I could drill it out and tap it out, see how I could take care of that stud. But that's probably the only headache that I have for now. Hopefully there's any more. Got the little guy out here with me helping out. What else do I got?
But we are doing to fix.
Yeah, we're gonna fix it and finish it. So for today, we're still missing the intercooler, but that's really the last thing, and then the bumper will go after that. So that's pretty much gonna be the final thing. We got, my buddy, actually not me, because it's his car. We got the full Iridium fuel system. Guys, these guys make every single thing for the GTR, like every single thing. Even this fuel filter, they make a kit that sits pretty much like where the factory position goes, and they kind of make it so you just kind of plumb into the factory line, and then you come out here and you actually come out with a -6, and then from there we'll go to the fuel rail, and then you have the other returns down there to the back of the fuel rail. So that's going to be pretty simple. We're doing the end regulator, which is right here. The little gauge in the, this is the rail, and then this is the pressure gauge that goes at the end over here with the sensor installed and the whole 9 yards. Bracket and hanger for the tank is right here. We're doing the dual pumps. We got the socks over here. But yeah, we're doing their fuel system. It should be easy. I know the hard part is getting access to the tank. It's not just like the Supra that you just take out the back and it's there. This one you have to kind of take out that whole firewall that's back in the back, or whatever you want to call it, that whole wall, and you have all the V-spec system and all those computers back there. So it's going to be a lot more taking off than actually, you know, just the actual putting the hanger on and whatnot. But yeah, I think I'm going to leave that towards the very end. I'm going to leave that towards the very end and finish the engine bay stuff, make sure that's all cleared away. You know, go ahead and put even the radiator, even though we're still waiting for the upper and the lower radiator hose. But that's simple, that's just a hose that you can connect, but it's going to be sitting already in place. Got the new tanks installed. I don't even want to touch the switch. I don't want to get them dirty because they're nice and clean, brand new. This is the hose for the overflow of the radiator. This one goes here, so I'm just gonna leave it off to the side. This is the canister here, which originally comes on this side of the car, but when you do the turbos and stuff, they move it over here, and it's weird. Like it reroutes the vacuum lines back into here, it just loops. So I'm gonna clean it up here and do something nicer here. This is the vent from the gas tank, so I gotta see how I do it. I'm probably gonna run it down here, to be honest, something clean so it doesn't show. We haven't gotten there yet. I went ahead and I installed the serpentine belts. Remember, we got rid of one because we moved the AC compressor forward, So as you can see, we're not using the middle one here in the damper. I had to go to other parts and kind of just measure that one. So I went back a couple times, 2 times actually. One was too short and this one was perfect, and you know, I was able to get it. I'm not sure how tense the belt has to be. I feel it pretty tense, so hopefully, you know, I'd rather, at least this one's adjustable while it's inside the car. So this one you have to get it on there with the under tray. It's not adjustable, but I think it has enough tension to go. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go ahead and install the fan now, and then the radiator. Alright, once again, this car never ceases to surprise me in a positive way. If you guys saw in the last clip, which I cut it short because I was already getting frustrated like always, the radiator, dropping it in, I tried, but you know, nothing in this car, man, is simple. It's really not. That's the best way I could describe it. So, yeah, let's put it in the back. Ignore this, guys. Remember, there's a nice carbon cowl or cover, whatever you want to call it, goes here, so nothing's going to be there showing. Guys, this radiator was a nightmare to put on. It wasn't even, I don't know, there's just no other way to describe it. So remember, this is an upgraded radiator, probably the double the size of the stock one, and I don't know what fan shot. It's an OEM one, but like an S2, I don't know, this is GTR terms for me. I don't know. This is not my it's not my field. I just don't know it. Anyway, if you try to drop it in like a regular radiator on a regular car, it wouldn't go in at all. Like it just wouldn't go in, period. Like I was forcing it, I was gonna like just push in, I don't know, it was just not going in. So I tried the radiator by itself, then the fan shroud, but then the fan I couldn't get it, and then the fan wouldn't let the shroud go in. So I said, let me take off the fan, you know, and then try to work it that way. Of course that worked. I got the shroud to go down, and then I couldn't get the fan to go down. I tried it from up here, it was hitting this, so I was like, man, let me try it from the bottom. So I ended up having to take out the belt again, take out the tensioner, take out the pulley, and then forcing it. It wasn't just put it in there, it had to be forced in there. And oh look, it's rubbing. So didn't even try that. Where's it rubbing? It's actually rubbing up here. So yeah, we got problems. It's got problems. This is not right. A little update here. A little late into the night. It is what, 9 o'clock. Trying to put a real big dent on this, guys. Got the heat shields on, and the 2 coolant pipes for the turbos. Up next we have this one over here that goes from here to here, which is this one. Goes like this. And the banjo bolt goes in the middle, and then there's a little vacuum one that goes to the other side. And yeah, the other thing I'm going to do before I keep tightening, I'm going to make sure these pipes are tight down here. All right, good morning, welcome back. Day after yesterday, because I was out here till pretty late yesterday trying to put a real big dent on this thing, guys. I'm not sure if I recorded where I last left off, but here we are. All the turbo side is pretty much done. Heat shields are on, all the plumbing is done. I'm gonna go ahead and I gotta address the fan issue. That's talk about that in a second. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the pipes here because I'm excited and I want to see this. I just want to see this side pretty much done, guys. I want to do all that intercooler piping and leave it just ready here for the front mount. Same thing on the other side. It's just one piece over there missing, and I'll be done. Then I'm gonna jump on the fan shop. So my buddy reached out yesterday to Andrew. He used to work with Larry at Drag International, and they done a couple of GTRs, and he confirmed that yeah, the fan shroud is a problem, so it needs to be trimmed down to barely nothing. So that little groove that's in there, that needs to be smoothed out all the way out with the Dremel. So we're gonna have to kind of hack it up a little bit here. Even this probably here, it needs to move. It needs to be moved back all the way back. So I'm not gonna keep boring you talking. I'm just gonna go ahead and get right into it. Here's the layout over here. I don't think last time I recorded these too much, but these are the HKS motion filters, I think they call it. We're gonna go ahead and do the purple with the red. That'll probably look pretty badass. These are the covers, so we gotta assemble all this stuff together, and these are the rest of the pipes that we got here. Couplers. We got more Grady clamps in there. Perfect example here. I'm sweating already, and I got 2 little screws in it. First pipe, you look at that screw all the way back there on the bottom side with this. There's nothing simple to work on these RBs and Skylines. I'm sorry, I don't want to know anything about them. I don't care. They're pretty. Keep them. I will stay Toyota and 2J forever. Update here. I had the time-lapse recording, but it just heard it ran out of battery. Pretty much this is the update, guys. I know it doesn't look like much, but you know I'm very OCD, and to get these Grady clamps to line up all the same direction, you know, whatever angle, and make them look pretty, it's very hard. You know, I had to like kind of twist these around to make sure they fit evenly. There's a white pipe that goes through here, so you got to clear all that. Yeah, putting these HKS filters on too. Just everything, guys. Here, this coupler, it was long like these. I actually went and cut it in half, and I think it fits a lot better. Otherwise, it would have just been back here, cut at a weird angle, you know. So, all right, check it out. This side is pretty much done. The only thing left here is the vacuum lines on the wastegates, and then this fitting here is just for the catch can for the breather, which is probably gonna go to the catch can, and from there here, and then vice versa over there. So that's gonna be like the last thing. We'll have to throw the strut bars on so we can know exactly where to go. Still gonna mount the Mac valve on this side, and that's it pretty much. On this side will be done. I'm gonna figure out this pipe down here, run it where the U for the intercooler goes, and that's gonna be it. And gonna start jumping on this side. What is going on, everyone? Welcome back. Another day here. It's actually during the week. I want to get as much done and not leave it just for the weekend and kind of lose thought. I started on the fuel system yesterday. I actually wanted to get it on film before I keep going. This is a radium kit. It's actually made for the GTR. I had to put it at an angle here because if you put it straight up, it hits the brake booster up here, and the fitting down there, it kind of hits the brake line. So I put it there at an angle, and I think that's actually a perfect fit. It's actually, that's the feed right there. We're gonna feed from here to the back of the fuel rail, and then the fuel rail is gonna feed from the back, and then return to the front and out to this line right here. So it's actually pretty simple. We just got to figure out where to mount the flex fuel sensor over here with the bracket, and that's pretty much it. So trying to finish up the front here. The radiator needs to come out again. My buddy was able to source, he found another fan. I guess they make a different type of fan for the GTR. I'm not sure if it has more blades or skinnier, but we might have to avoid the whole chopping up the strut, you know, so it doesn't mess up the look. So yeah, that's the goal with that. I'm trying to finish the fuel system first, so then I could jump over here and concentrate on this. And maybe when the stuff is out, I'm gonna have more access. I'll start and clean up all the harness here and already get that done out of the way. This one goes here. This is an injector for number 1. This is just the factory harness. All right, so here, fuel pressure obviously is gonna go here. You guys see that? This is a swivel down here. It's a 90, so I mean it's a swivel 90 off the regulator. So I'm thinking we're gonna do a 90 from here straight down, loop it down here, under the intake, loop it. I'm gonna mount the flex fuel over here somewhere. So this is going to be the return to the flex fuel, and from the flex fuel right over here to the filter. And then obviously You guys see the feed's gonna be here. Might do like a 90's probably gonna be like this, so maybe like a 120 pointing down, or like a 150 maybe. You know, give it that nice angle down there. Loop it down, and then come up, and then a 90. This is start body over here, and then a 90 point down here, and then we're gonna loop it down and make a nice on there. Check it out. Did a lot for today. Pretty happy for 2.5 hours I put in there. That is the Radium flex fuel adapter. Another nice piece. I'm sorry I didn't record it too much outside. I just was kind of anxious to put it together and find a spot for it. Originally we wanted to put it up here, but it's too long. It was going to hit the oil filter and the brake booster over here, the brake master. So we had to find another spot. Down there on the chassis there was a nice hole for the 10mm, so that was perfect. You can see there the feed is perfect right off the pressure. Sorry, the return right off the sensor to the return is that line right there. And then we're gonna do a 45 over here, down here, 45 under the intake, down here under the regulator, and that's gonna be a 90. Loop it down and go over there. So that's gonna be the return over here in the front, and then the feed we're gonna do a 150 into that 120 that's back there. So just piece of line right there, from there to there, from there to there. So we should be good. The reason I didn't do the lines today is because I am missing 2 fittings. I'm missing a 150 and I'm missing a 90s PTFE, so I don't have those. So I will see if my buddy goes by tomorrow by Treadstone, picks him up, and we'll complete the fuel system over here in the front. What is going on, everyone? Welcome back. Another day here during the week on the GTR build. Yesterday I put this cam and crank gear sensor together. Check it out. I know I didn't record it, but this is one of those things that you just kind of do and there's nothing to record about. Just kind of looped it. My buddy wanted it as factory as possible, so we kept the harness where the factory goes. This is the plug, the factory plug, and this is an aftermarket plug he bought. And then you kind of you just jump them in there with the crank and the cam sensor together. And the 2 black are one signal from each sensor, and then the other 2 are power and ground. So pretty straightforward. I thought it came out pretty clean. We got the fittings for the regular that we needed, and for the fuel filter over there. So today I'm going to go ahead and finish off the lines. We got a line from here to here, and then from there to the back of the rail, and that should cover the fuel system. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Guys, at this point, this video, I don't even know what clip I'm on. It's been several different days. Seems like every day I do a little thing to the GTR, but here's another clip. Little update here. Today's Saturday, so today's one of these days that I'm gonna do a lot, or I'm gonna try to do as much as I can. Let's see here. Let's start off with intercoolers back from powder coating. Check out how smooth this came out. My buddy decided to go back with the nice original OEM looking gray. He didn't want to do black. The gray with the, you know, with the midnight purple under, and the grill will probably look really nice. They got rid of it as much as they could of the ACR, but if you kind of see at an angle, I'm not sure if the camera will pick it up, you can still kind of make it through the fins. But they did clean it up as much as I can, so you know, you might be able to make it out a little bit, but you know, it has to be like, you have to very like stare at it and look for it. If not, you won't even notice it. All right, the fan issue. This is the I guess this is the alternative that he found online. It's a skinnier version. It's supposed to flow more. It has more fins than the stock one. The stock ones, they are a lot bigger. Put them side by side so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Look how much bigger the stock fins are compared to these. These are a lot skinnier. There's I want to say 2 more fins. No, just 1. Yeah, just 1. For y'all similar. There should be an easy swap out 4 bolt here and put them to the factory clutch fan, and then we should be able to drop that in. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the biggest thing first, which is gonna be the intercooler. We got the rest of the clamps, have the whole front end already mounted out. I'm gonna go ahead and change out these rusted nuts that we got in 2, or bolts, I'm sorry, not nuts. So pretty much just cover up the whole front end so we can finish that up. I got vacuum line here that came in so I can finish the canister here with the T over here for the fuel pressure regulator, and we should be wrapped up here in the front. Yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it. Then we got to do the CAT scan. I do got the fittings for it, but I'm gonna do that for the very last end. I think that's just kind of like the last like small details. Injectors, we got the hats back from powder coating, that's gonna go in too. After that, I think I'm gonna bring the car down, maybe roll it back so I can have space, or you know, just get in the trunk in there and see how I start taking off the rear part, so we can get into the fuel pumps and get that out of the way. And honestly, it should be ready to turn on. You know, that's the goal. And I guess while we wait for Lance, or you know, see if we could come by and turn it on for us, we're gonna go ahead and put the side skirts on, get rid of all those clips, put the new ones. We're gonna be doing side skirts and the front bumper. Everything's here ready to go. The only thing that's literally missing is the calipers that they're getting powder coated. So I've been recording with the time lapse. Just wanted to show you guys before we keep going. The intercooler's on. Got all these Grady clamps facing out in a decent way. You can see them even back here. Change all the rusted bolts already. That looks a lot nicer. Again, same on this side. We're gonna go ahead now and drop in the radiator. Here's a fan. Here's a stock one. It was all cracked, by the way. Look at that. It looks new, but I guess with the heat over time, look at that. That's a pretty big crack right there. So good thing we changed that out. So I saw a small video my buddy sent me, and they actually drop it in like this. Actually, this way. You just drop it in like this together, and with a cardboard here, so it doesn't mess up the front, which is already, you guys can see, it's a tight fit. So I'm gonna try it this way. Maybe it's easier. And of course, since I have the best luck with this car, I had the radiator already installed, fan, everything dropped in, and when I was bolting down the fan clutch, one of the studs broke. So now hopefully this thing, you know, it's not as hard to take it off, to get off. I'm just gonna use some vice grips, and hopefully she wants to cooperate and see if I could get this at auto parts or something. Maybe. Luckily, honestly, she didn't put up much of a fight. I held it here with some vice grips, and it came out the other side. So I'm gonna go to Advance really quick, see if I could pick up a stud or a stud kit. All right, so I was able to go to Advance. They did have a stud kit. Let's have it back here. They had a whole kit. They had a M6, what is it, M6 by 1.0 by 24, which is the same size we were looking for. Went ahead and put it on. So, should be good to go now. Let's go ahead and put this fan back in. All right, fan is on. We have no rubbing issues. Not cleared. The stud is a little hair long compared to the other ones, but guess what? It's staying like that. Can't even tell if I wouldn't tell you so. It is what it is. Staying that way. I'm over this thing already. All right, let's go ahead and connect the upper and lower radiator hose. We're gonna be done with what's the radiator part of this car. Let's go ahead and do that. Where are they? Brand new hoses, OEM right here. Small one is the top, longer one is the bottom one. We got everything already done. Fans on. I think I recorded that already. Injectors are on. I'm recording the injectors. Everything's on already. Bolted down. Even put the new filter on. Ran out the vacuum lines. Last thing going here is this very nice titanium Lines strut bar. Big spender. All right, so we have the helper, so she doesn't say she didn't help with the project. We'll give her the best part. If you get it wrong, it's on you. Come up in the back a little bit. You heard? Yeah.
There.
A little more in the back.
Yeah.
More in the back. In the back, a little more.
There.
More.
No.
In the back part. Yeah. Right there's you. There you go. So as you can see, we peeled the tape off the lights. It's looking like a GTR again. Before I continue on, I wanted to kind of show before I keep peeling the tape off. Like I mean, there's no wrong right now, but I just thought it'd be pretty nice to, you know, to capture it. I'm trying to be extra careful because these things been on there at least like what? How long has it been? 2 months already? I mean, it definitely helped because you can see how much, you know, I was like rubbing around the car and stuff. So yeah, trying to be extra careful here. There's OEM paint, so it should be fine. Check it out, guys. We have a almost finished GTR now. I got a lot done today, man. A lot of little things that need to get, a lot of little details I needed to get done. From like changing little screws, bolts, even like this banjo bolt that was all rusted, and we got like a brand new OEM one, that type of thing. All the fuel system, all the vacuum lines, even the canister that wasn't routed. All that little things takes time. Back here on the cover, I had to take the cover off and finish putting this the coil pack harness, how it goes originally. This is the way it goes. Yeah, I mean, yeah, little things like that. Like this little clamp right here that holds this power steering. You know, we changed it out for one of the gritty ones. I think that gives it a nice little touch. That kind of thing, you know, so it took time. So only thing left to do, guys, is pretty much side skirts, bumper, which everything is here inside. I'm not waiting on anything, and the fuel system. But that's, I mean, not a fuel system, just the pumps inside with the hanger, which I don't think that's a big, it's not a big, you know, big issue to get to them. It's just there's a couple of like electronics and stuff from, you know, that are back there that I got to get rid of, like that. There's a whole firewall that needs to come off, the batteries there, that kind of thing. But I figured this video has so many clips and so many things on it already that, you know, it's going to be probably better off just sending it here than just keep throwing stuff at it, because honestly at this point I don't even know what to title it. So yeah, guys, thank you for tuning in to part 9 of the GTR build series. Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace out, guys. Take care.